NBC Palm Springs.
Thank you for joining us for your midday news. I'm Olivia Sandusky. Kai Beach will have your full forecast coming up in just a few minutes. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and turn to our top stories this morning. The stormy weather that we saw in the Coachella Valley yesterday impacted some residents, with a few thousand losing power. We have some video from Desert Hot Springs showing what happened after a lightning strike hit a power pole that caused 4,800 customers to lose power in the area. Crews from SoCal Edison were on scene all day making repairs to restore power. We heard from officials about safety tips if you encounter something like this.
If you see a down power line, stay at least 100 feet away from it, 8 car lengths, and call 911. So we always assume any power line that happens to have fallen is live. Especially here in the desert, we are able to have very quick responses anytime there's an outage, and we send crew members quickly to evaluate what's going on, to assess how to restore power safely and quickly as they can, 24 hours a day, every day of the year.
That outage also impacted street lights. They were repaired by about 5:30 last night. We had that live report for you. At this time, Edison and Imperial Irrigation District are no longer reporting outages, that is, across the valley. And some dramatic moments caught on camera from Cathedral City of police involved in an attempted stabbing. A warning, though, some may find this video disturbing.
Please, Margaret. Hey.
A home security camera capturing this attempted stabbing of a Cathedral City police officer. This incident happened in late July, but now the police department is speaking with us about what happened. Here's NBC Palm Springs' Antonio Marquez.
That's right. The Cathedral City Police Department wants to help with the mental health crisis in the community with cases that are going on now or in the future.
Please, Margaret. Hey. Get back.
In July of this year, the Cathedral City Police Department responded to a call that ended with one of the officers being stabbed.
Officers responded to a residence in reference to a family disturbance. When the officer arrived to the residence, the suspect opened the door and immediately began attacking the officer with a knife. The officer was able to subdue him until his backup arrived, and then they were able to take him into custody.
Although authorities are still investigating whether or not it was a mental health case, the department says they are prepared with the proper resources.
Other cases in which a family member or someone in the community is having a mental episode, the process for us is always the same. We try to talk to them first, try to talk to see what's going on, see if they're on medication, if they're missing their medication, try to get as best as we can, as much of their history that they will volunteer. And then if they do need help, there's a few ways we can go about it.
In some cases, the symptoms or signs of a crisis are not easy to see.
I've seen it all, to where the family members saying no, they're hiding it, all the way up to someone is saying, hey, I can hear voices, or the voices are telling me this. So it's really case specific. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. I think we have to keep in mind that we're here to serve the public. We're here to help this individual. We're not there against the individual. We're trying to do the best we can to provide the care that he needs.
Remember to look for resources for your loved ones so they can get the help they need. Antonio Marquez, NBC Palm Springs.
We have a heads up if you're traveling through Palm Desert this week. Multiple lane closures taking effect. The good news, though, the first one just wrapped up this morning. The southbound Monterey Avenue #1 lane was closed on Monterey Avenue and Highway 111. That lasted until 10 a.m., so should be in the clear now. Then on Thursday, the #1 lane will close in both directions on Washington Street and Harris Lane. This is from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. Vista Chino through the Wash is closed for maintenance work. This started around 6:30 this morning. The shoulder and drainage lanes are cleared. Sand will be relocated to the south side of the Wash. The city says the road should be reopened by this afternoon, so we'll have the latest updates available for you. And with that, let's take a live look outside our Agua Caliente casino camera in downtown Palm Springs. You see a few clouds still hanging out around the Coachella Valley, left over from that moisture we felt here. Some rain, some thunder and lightning, a very active Tuesday for us. But it seems like most of that has pushed out of the valley. We have Kai Beach in with us today, and he has a look at your 3-day forecast. Kai?
What a difference a day makes. Yesterday, we were seeing thunder, lightning, rain out there. Today, it's going to be hot. It's going to be humid. That monsoonal moisture is going to stick around, and so is a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Today's high, Palm Springs 102, Palm Desert 106. Up the hill, Joshua Tree, we're looking at 93, and in Big Bear City, low 70s. After that rainfall from yesterday, Palm Springs saw about 1/4 of an inch, Whitewater about 1/3 of an inch, and in Indio, almost 1/2 an inch of rain. Now, the big story over the next few days is that humidity. It's going to be uncomfortable, muggy, and moist out there. The good news, it's going to start to dry off as we head into the weekend. Today's morning walk forecast, 6 o'clock in the morning, it was muggy, it was in the low 80s. By 10 o'clock, low 90s, and at noon, we are just under triple digits. High temps across the country today. A lot of people leaving the valley or have second homes out there. Denver, the Mile High City, 90 degrees. Kansas City, go Chiefs, low 80s. Minneapolis, Minnesota, 64. Seattle, Washington, we're looking at low 80s. And our friends in the Bay Area are looking at 70 degrees in San Francisco. 3-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. We could still see possibly some showers, most likely in our high desert mountain communities. As we're here on the valley floor, we're looking at high 90s over the next few days. And those overnight lows, high 70s, low 80s. Full forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, our thanks to Kai for that. The Riverside County Department of Animal Services is introducing a new way for dog lovers to pre-adopt their future best friend. This is called the DIBS program. It starts this month. Visitors can place dibs on dogs that are still on their legally required stray hold period. So this ensures that when that hold period ends, if the family has not reclaimed their pet, the dog goes home with an adopter the very same day. It's as easy as falling in love with a dog, calling dibs, and picking the pet up as soon as that hold ends. It's currently in person only and available at all 4 Riverside County animal shelter locations. And there's an adoption event that's happening this weekend at the Earthwise Pet Center and Wellness Spa. It's in Rancho Mirage. It's in partnership with the Coachella Valley Cat Club, and it runs Saturday from 11 to 3. Adopters will get a sampling of Earthwise pet foods as well. Again, that's on Saturday, September 6th, and it starts at 11 a.m. The Coachella Valley Firebirds and One Valley Foundation are launching the Ultimate Firebirds Classroom Grant now through September 15th. You can nominate a classroom here in the Coachella Valley to win $2,500. 2 classrooms in the elementary, middle, and high school levels will each receive grant funding to help buy school supplies and other classroom essentials. You can learn more about how to nominate your class on our newsroom tab of our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. In the city of Indio, they just received a big honor, the Pro Housing designation from California's Department of Housing and Community Development. This award recognizes Indio's commitment to speeding up housing production and building more equitable communities. With this designation, Indio now has access to additional funding opportunities, priority processing, and incentives through several state programs, all designed to boost affordable housing. Indio is now the first here in the Coachella Valley and only the 3rd in all of Riverside County to receive this designation. This achievement comes on the heels of another major recognition as well. Indio was just ranked among the top 25 most livable small cities across the country. And speaking of Indio, one of their police canines has proven himself to be a very good boy. Last night, Officer Moran of the Indio Police Department conducted a traffic stop where his investigation canine named Hokey sniffed out narcotics. A Ziploc bag containing 246 M30 fentanyl pills were found within a stopped vehicle. No additional information about the stop has been released, but the department there is celebrating their canine this morning. Still ahead on your midday news, TSA reports its busiest Labor Day travel ever. How many flyers passed through? We've got the details right after the break. And let's take a live look outside right now. Our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. Kai said it best. What a difference a day can make. Still muggy out there though today. We've got the latest on your 7-day forecast ahead, so stay with us.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Welcome back. The Transportation Security Administration screened nearly 10.4 million people over the 4-day Labor Day holiday weekend. That's a more than 3% jump from the same time last year. TSA saying Friday marked one of the busiest days in its history, with more than 2.9 million passengers screened, the highest number ever for a Friday before the holiday. OpenAI says parents will soon have more oversight over what their teenagers are doing on ChatGPT. The company announcing parents will be able to link their accounts with their children's, set age-appropriate rules for ChatGPT's responses, and manage features like the bot's memory and chat history. The artificial intelligence company says those changes are coming within the next month. Parents will soon also be able to receive notifications when ChatGPT detects their teen is in a moment of acute distress. The company's announcement comes a week after OpenAI was hit with its first wrongful death lawsuit from a pair of parents in California who claim ChatGPT is at fault for their 16-year-old son's suicide. And returning this morning is some big news on the Big Mac front. McDonald's is returning extra value meals to the menu, hoping to lure back some families as they balk at fast food prices. Christine Romans has more on why this is a good sign for the community.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu.
The extra value meal is back at the Golden Arches.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
A long-running promotion last offered before the pandemic. Starting September 8th, 8 combo meals the company says will save customers 15% compared with buying an entree, fries, and drink separately. And for a limited time, a $5 sausage McMuffin with egg meal and an $8 Big Mac meal. It's the latest salvo in a value war as big chains offer new deals and discounts to lure inflation-exhausted Americans. McDonald's CEO acknowledging strain among some consumers.
It's really kind of a two-tier economy. Traffic for lower-income consumers is down double digits, and it's because people are either choosing to skip a meal or they're choosing to just eat at home.
Restaurant expert Jonathan Mays says McDonald's price cuts signal a new phase in the year-long value war.
Consumers have seen price increases everywhere. Housing costs are up. It costs more to get a car. It costs more. You've got student loan repayments. You got all of these things that are hitting the U.S. consumer at once, and they're feeling the pinch.
McDonald's planning more deals for November as fast food chains fight for your dollar. Christine Romans, NBC News.
Well, a divided federal appeals court says President Trump's use of the Alien Enemies Act to deport alleged Venezuelan gang members is unlawful. That decision Tuesday means the law can't be used in several southern states, blocking a strategy used by the administration in its immigration crackdown. The president has not used the law for removals since mid-March, when his use of it sparked the first in a series of legal challenges. The court concluded that a predatory incursion by members of the gang had not occurred. The U.S. Supreme Court will likely have the final say on this issue. However, on Tuesday, another big decision, a federal appeals court ruled against several nonprofit groups that had billions in climate grants frozen. The court found the Environmental Protection Agency was in the right with attempts to reclaim funds and terminate $20 billion in Biden-era climate grants. The ruling serves as a win for the Trump administration's effort to focus on fossil fuel production. The grant recipients will likely appeal Tuesday's ruling. More than 1,000 current and former employees of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services are demanding Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. resign. A letter sent to Kennedy and Congress says his leadership has, quote, put the health of all Americans at risk. This follows the Trump administration's ousting of the newest CDC director. Kennedy is scheduled to testify before the Senate Committee on Finance as early as Thursday morning. Let's take a live look outside now. This is our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Blue skies, but a few heavy clouds out there. Kai Beach has a look at your 7-day forecast coming up right after the break. Stay with us.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to
Happy Wednesday, everyone. It's hot and it's humid out there. Some of that monsoonal moisture is going to linger over the next few days. Good news, temperatures are dropping. Bad news, humidity is on the rise. High temps for today, Palm Desert 106, Palm Springs 102, Cabazon at that century mark, and our friends up in Big Bear City, a cool 72 degrees. Now, the big story over the next few days is that humidity. It's going to feel uncomfortable. The good news, It's going to start to dry out as we head into the weekend. Low temps for tonight, Palm Springs and Palm Desert, both low 80s, Indio's high 70s, Joshua Tree 73, Banning 69, and Big Bear City, that is a cool 46 degrees. For tonight's evening stroll, 6 o'clock, just under triple digits. By 10 o'clock, high 90s. By midnight, we're looking at the high 80s. High temperatures for today. Lows here, we're looking at Idlewild 87, highs we're looking at Cathedral City and Rancho Mirage 105 degrees. High temps for tomorrow, Palm Springs 99 degrees. You head to the coast, you're going to find the low 80s, waves out there 3 to 4 feet. Sets could be head high, so be careful if you're out in the water. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, Thursday 99 degrees, temperatures start to dry out. And those overnight lows go from high 70s to low 80s.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos. We have your game.
The NFL season officially kicks off this Thursday. For many football fans, it also means fantasy leagues and online sports betting. Now, the latest data shows 19% of Americans 18 and older participate in fantasy sports. Jen Sullivan takes a deep dive.
It's a billion-dollar industry, online sports betting. And with the start of the NFL season, many fans will be creating fantasy football leagues and betting on games.
We certainly see the most traffic on our platform during NFL season.
Lori Kalani with DraftKings says more users are signing up every year. Gaming is now legal in almost all 50 states, with gaming revenue reaching $115 billion last year, according to the American Gaming Association. They're projecting Americans to wager $30 billion this year on the NFL season alone.
Gambling is an activity that is overwhelmingly a positive experience for players, and the vast majority of individuals that place a wager or go to a casino to play a slot machine or a table game do so responsibly.
Joe Maloney with the AGA warns that chasing losses is when fun can turn into a problem. A recent national survey of registered voters found 68% of people who bet on sports online reported at least one gambling behavior that's considered harmful. Many betting sites like DraftKings have special tools to help users gamble responsibly.
We launched My Budget Builder, which is a personalized step-by-step process that customers can walk through to really personalize the way they want to set up those limits or even alerts and reminders.
Experts also warn users to only place bets on sites that are legitimate. Check your local state's gaming control board or AmericanGaming.org.
You know you are in a legal app if you are asked to verify your age and identity, which oftentimes requires the disclosure of a driver's license number or a social security number.
If you or someone you know thinks they have a gambling problem, you can call 1-800-GAMBLER for help. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
It's not a reboot, it's not a spin-off, but a new comedy set within the same universe of NBC's The Office makes its debut Thursday on Peacock. The Paper is also a mockumentary-style comedy, this time about a struggling newspaper in Toledo that gets a new boss. Mark Barger spoke with the cast and creators for a preview.
My name is Ned Sampson. I am your new editor-in-chief.
With its look and its style, Peacock's new series, The Paper, shares a lot of DNA with that very popular comedy about a paper company. How does it feel coming in under the radar, no expectations, no comparisons?
Very relaxing.
I feel so relaxed right now.
So chill.
Yeah, feeling good.
How many of you have actually written for a paper before?
The struggles of a Toledo daily and its staff.
I wrote a paper in junior high.
Not quite the same thing.
I've tweeted.
You've tweeted?
I'm in a group text.
Provide the laughs in this new series.
Here is one of my articles I'm particularly proud of.
All captured by a documentary crew.
Are you on board for revenge?
It was very joyful to be back in that playful shooting style with such a talented group.
Greg Daniels created the U.S. version of The Office, and he enlisted one carryover character for The Paper.
God, not again. I'm not agreeing to any of this.
How quick of a yes was it for you to join this show and provide somewhat of a thread back to The Office?
He started to say, Oscar, are you interested? And I said, yes. So I didn't even know what the hell he was going to say. I just said yes.
And having Office connections
Oh, fantastic!
come in handy when you're launching something new.
They're giving you amazing material with a great writer's room. They kind of set us up incredibly well to kind of get along and always have good material.
Have you read this paper?
Uh-huh.
How do you think it compares to any other paper?
It sucks. But we are going to make it better.
You're looking around and I couldn't believe it every day. Every actor, the writers, people I've looked up to forever and admired, and it's very surreal.
Giving this paper reason for optimism.
Don't be so self-defecating.
And laughter. Mark Barger, NBC Entertainment.
All right, it's officially time to bust out the eyeliner and the My Chemical Romance albums because the Burger Foundation Iceplex is holding an emo-themed skate night. It's September 26th. So stop by Hot Topic because if you dress the part, you get a free skate rental. There's gifts, prizes, and a chance to win Blink 182 tickets. Sounds like fun. All right, more news at 5 and 6 here on NBC Palm Springs.